Hey everybody, it's Jim Johnson, Star Trek Adventures Program Manager here, and I have a quick unboxing video for you today. The Klingon Empire Gamemaster Toolkit, right there, finally arrived in the United States at our distribution center, and is now available for, well, it was available for purchase before, but now it's available for shipping as well. So I got my comp copy today, along with my comp copy of the Klingon dice set. These have been available in the United States for a while now. But I finally got my set today, along with the toolkit for the Game Masters. And I thought I'd just do a quick unboxing here for you, so you can see what these look like. I'll do the dice set first because these are pretty straightforward. You can see it's a set of 2d20 and 4 challenge dice. You can see that the Klingon symbol is on the one face on the d20s and on 2 faces on the d6s, along with effect symbols and blanks. So I'm going to pull these out of the blister here real quick for you so you can take a look at it. And I'll compare it to some of the other dice. So of course there's a backing card, nothing fancy here. Although I will point out that CBS's new branding guidelines had a limited number of characters that we can put on our branding, and there were no Klingons. So we couldn't put any Klingons on the Klingon backing card. So I went with Picard because he's a pretty easy standby, and he was the Chadich, of course, for Worf, so he seemed like of the selections I had, he was just about the most fitting option available to us. So let me pull out the D20 here. So here is the D20, and you can see all the different faces. This is kind of a mottled red and black kind of color, and there is the Klingon symbol on the one face. Of course, you get the 20, everything else in there. And then size-wise, I've got the Q Workshop dice, the division dices that came out a while back, and you can see that the Klingon dice are just a little bit bigger. So just so you know that the Klingon dice are a little bit bigger than the Starfleet dice. We do have new sets, all new sets of Starfleet division dice coming soon. I don't remember how big they are. If they're going to be the same size as the Klingon dice or the same size as the Games Workshop dice, I'll let you know once they get in hand. But anyway, so there's the Klingon D20, and then the challenge dice. If you have the starter set, these will look familiar to you. We use the same clean design. So there's the Klingon symbol on 2 faces, and then there's a single symbol, a double symbol, and then 2 blank faces. I'm going to pull up this is the starter set challenge dice. You'll see that these are essentially identical. Let me see if I can put that up to the camera there for you. Except for the Starfleet Delta versus the Klingon Delta, all the other faces are the same, exact same size. And then in comparison to the old Q Workshop challenge dice, there's that. You can see how the blast symbol is different. And yeah, because the Q Workshop had that star field in the background, which I thought was a cool effect, but in actuality made it really hard to read. So you can see the cleaner dice here on either side, but size-wise they're all the same, but just in terms of cleanliness and ability to read on the table, I think these are really sharp. So that is the Klingon dice pack. Again, it's 4 challenge dice and 2d20, all in one handy-dandy little reusable blister, available now. Go get some. All right. Then we've got the big one, the Klingon Gamemaster Toolkit. Very sturdy, very dense product here. Let's go ahead and rip it open here, shall we? Take this shrink wrap off of it here, and we'll get rid of that into the trash. Let's see what we got here. We have a backing sheet telling you what the contents are. Hooray! Pretty straightforward. And I'll read it to you, just for the sake of discussion. It is a 4-panel Game Master screen, 6 double-sided reference sheets, a complete standalone adventure, and an A2 sized map of Klingon space. That's all contained in this toolkit. So there's the back backing sheet. Here's the front backing sheet, showing you a little bit of the artwork that we commissioned from Tobias Richter at the Lightworks, and you can see that's just a little bit of it. So that's the front sheet. We have a full-blown 20-page adventure, The Sleeping Beast, written by Chris McCarver. It's an excellent standalone Klingon adventure. This has full-blown Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 adventure, and then there's also a one-page mission brief at the end. This is a supplemental mission that you can do either following the one in here, or just drop it into your campaign as needed. We've been doing a lot of mission briefs lately. Started using them in the Klingon book, and now we're starting to release for free mission packs of 10 mission briefs per pack, themed around a particular thing, like anomalies just came out, space disasters. There's more coming. Starships, no, space stations, and a few other ones coming as well. So you expect a regular dose of those, but it does include a mission brief, and includes full-blown adventure. There are not any pre-made characters in this particular adventure, but you can go grab a copy of the free Klingon Quick Start off of DriveThruRPG or Modifius.net if you want some pre-made characters. So pretty straightforward, but yep, there's the cover. There's the table of contents, mission brief. So you get Game Masters get a nice free or not free, but as part of the package, a nice adventure there as part of the complete package. All right, now we've got reference cards. So if you had the Starfleet version of the Game Master screen or the Borg Cube box set, you'll know that we made reference cards for the game, and we revised those and turned them into the Klingon aesthetic. So you can see this is the rules summary. That's going to be actually the rules summary is going to be on all of them. So I'll flip to the other side here. So we've got a commanding officer reference card. These are brand new, so they're stuck together a little bit. There's communications and internal systems. Let's see, this one's conflict reference, helm and navigation reference, security oversight and tactical. All these rules are in the Klingon core book, but I pulled out as much as I could. Like, I wanted to make these super useful and maximize the usefulness of them and minimize how much stuff you had to bring to a game session. Of course, at the time, thinking that we were all going to be gaming in public and in person, and not expecting COVID to do what it did. But hopefully these are useful. I'm going to laminate mine and make use of these. And of course, all this stuff, the Game Master screen, the reference cards, the map, and the adventure, they're all in the package. So if you buy this physically, you get all this stuff. If you buy the digital edition, all this stuff is available in digital. And of course, Modifius subscribes to the brick and mortar or bits and mortar program, whatever it's called, where if you buy any of their physical products, they will send you the PDF for freezies. So if you've bought this in physical print already and haven't gotten the PDFs yet, send an email to support@modifius.com and they will hook you up with the PDFs. And finally, we have a two-sided map here. Oh man, this is a really nice thick cardstock, or really nice thick paper stock too. I love good quality paper, and I wasn't expecting this to be quite so nice. Anyway, so we've got a full-blown map of the Klingon Empire with Klingon labels. You can probably see that. And then on the back is the Shackleton Expanse, United Federation Planets, Klingon Empire, Romulan Empire. This is all pretty much the beta quadrant here. And that's the same map that you'll find in the end papers of the Klingon Core Rulebook. And then I think actually this one's in the end papers. So I think this might be the front end papers. I don't remember now. This map is also present in the Stellar Cartography map set that Larry Nemechek developed and created, and was published by a different company. But it's a fabulous resource, so I encourage you to check it out. And not only because they graciously let us use their map, so go check it out because it's an awesome product for Star Trek fans and Game Masters. Finally, the main point of this set is the Game Master screen. So I recall that a lot of people really liked the Starfleet version of the screen, although it was just a massive, gigantic thing, right? Like it looks like an LP, basically, right? Because it's just so massive. So we decided to go with a more standard-sized screen, kind of like landscape version. This is a 4-panel screen. I don't know if you can see all that. It's a 4-panel screen, full-blown Klingon art on the back, depicting all the major ships of the Klingon Empire across the eras, not including Discovery, because at the time we didn't have the Discovery license, but we do have it now. And that is a Dominion warship getting blown up in the background there. So you can see the Klingons are. This is probably at some point during the Dominion War. The Klingons are throwing everything they've got into the war effort, and wiping out one of those Cardassian ships there. So that's the pretty art side that your players will get to enjoy. And then finally on the other side, I'll do this in a couple. I mean, it's a 4-panel screen, right? So there's the 4 panels, and then I'll focus on each one. Let me see if I can fold this up here. Yeah, it folds nicely either direction. I just don't want to stress the binding too much because it's brand new. So here's some difficulties. This is for determination, threats, bends, and NPC qualities. Personal weapons, making attack, injuries, blah, blah, blah. You can see all the different tables I crammed in here. I crammed in just as much as I could into the screen to try and make it useful. Hopefully you're happy with that. If not, let me know. And not much I can do about it now, but maybe if we ever do a future screen, I can tweak it a little bit more. But just try to pack in just as much useful information on here as I could, pulled out of the core rulebook. So that is that. Nice, super solid board cardstock. Nice, really firm binding and gluing and printing and all that good stuff. Colors look great. Again, super solid. Not as massive as the. Let me get the other one. Yeah. Here's the Starfleet one. Right? You can see just how actually, you know what? Yeah, the Starfleet one's just a little bit taller and just way more massive, right? So more normal size screen here for you. So anyway, there's that. Again, you got the screen, you got the map, you got the reference cards, you got the adventure, you got the front paper and the back paper content sheet goodies. So there's the complete stack of Klingon Empire Gamemaster Toolkit, available now in print, physical copy in the United States. So if you're interested, go grab yourself a copy. Thank you all so much for watching and for listening. As always, thank you so much for your support of the game. We wouldn't have all these cool products without you showing an interest in it and playing it and buying it and being online and sharing your experiences with me and everybody around the world. So thank you so much for playing the game, and look forward to a bunch of more unboxing videos in the months to come, because there's just a ton of products coming out. I am working hard, and as is the entire Star Trek Adventures development team. So I look forward to talking to you more soon with more good news. So thanks, live long and prosper, and be well.